welcome back. I'm Laura and this is the Lambo. And if you saw my video Tuesday, you know that we left off here. I was letting this dry. This is a continuation of the same day. Hi, I'm going to be no shame here. I just back-to-back record. It's easier on me. My son's out to his dad and all that, and it's just easier for me to film one day and then edit. So anyway, today as the last video on Tuesday, I also found another interesting Instagram post. It was about a parasite. Don't worry, it doesn't get gruesome too much. It does, but it's interesting and exciting at the same time because they never found anything like this, and it's new. And let's just get into it. Where I left off, it should be somewhere dry. It's dry enough. I mentioned this to my husband. I always find it interesting when scientists and archaeologists, and there might be some reason, if you know, let me know down in the comments below, that when they think large, they just like slap it onto the dinosaur or the creature or whatever. Because another thing that pops in my mind is the titan boa that lived a long time ago, and this one is the titansaur, and it's about a parasite that they have found. So we're going to be talking about a husband and wife team and their team today, and this parasite that they led on the discovery. So Eileen Gardelli, she's the wife, and her husband Tito Alrino, he was studying for a test to become a professor, where he is now, at the Federal University of Rio Grande in Brazil. And yes, I'm not paying yet because I don't want this. Okay, well, let's get into it. Maybe. Okay, we're just going to go with it. I am going to throw in with the lightest purple, lilac meadow leaf. I think that's it. The two, they're next to each other, although they're different enough. In the bottle, I can't really tell. Anyway, so back to 2018, a fossilized leg of a small dinosaur from the titanosaur family was discovered. And Alrino, the husband, is specialized in studying fossilized dinosaur tissue, which, you know, intrigues me. Something that I never thought about, but also at the same time, if you think about, doesn't surprise me either. I don't know about you. Okay. There's, you know, so he was examining like these bumpy lumps on the bone surface. So the pair made a fascinating discovery. So it was about 80 million years ago in the Cretaceous period, so same as the duck-billed dinosaur that we talked about previously. So yeah, where was I? So the infection on the bone was osteomyelitis, and I meant to look this up. I'll leave the description on the screen. So they prepared the slices of the bone to be examined. So these two I find interesting. I had something that a lot of researchers in this field don't get. They we'll get into it. They were able to team up with the medical team at the university, get a better look at it. So the study, and like, you know, the osteomyelitis, it still affects people and animals today. So this disease is still around. Under a microscope, they found microphytes microfossils and microorganisms that were less than a millimeter big. So teeny, probably can't see with the human eye very well. So usually these microfossils are plants or animals, but not parasites. So this was a very unusual find that they had. It's coming together. So Alrino sent his wife Gerdelli all excited because he was excited for what he's found. You know, if you are in a couple, you know, or have like a close friend that you share everything with, right? Like, you're like, oh my gosh, right? But they're in the same field and they were working together because she found the fossil and gave it to him because, like, she thought it was that he would find intrigued to look at. So a quote from him was, when I looked at the photo of my trim dropped all the way to the ground, says Ghirardelli. She said, Tito, nobody has ever found anything like this before. I don't even know what to do. I don't even know what to say. We need to call in more people. So people came in. Yay, people came in, and so a team of experts came in to confirm Alrino's suspicions. They were indeed parasites in the bone, and the first of its kind. The paleontologists published their findings in the Cretaceous Research in October. That duckbill was in the same publication. Both the dinosaur that they found, it's a small, long neck, brontosaurus is a good one, and the 70 blood parasites are newly discovered. So I mentioned wife found it. So Ghirardelli, sorry to move slow. We gotta be thorough here, and I don't necessarily blame them. So I am going to take Wild Orchid. I'm going to take this with a little bit thicker, right? So Ghirardelli unearthed the bone in 2006 in Sao Paulo, and she wanted to investigate further. They thought it was caused by cancer being investigated by other paleontologists. So prehistoric illnesses diagnosed by the day. Okay, I remember what I'm writing now. You would think you'd think I'd learn my lesson and kind of read over this before I start filming. But stick with me here, people. Okay, so usually prehistoric illnesses are diagnosed by the naked eye or x-rays. And as I mentioned before, so anything like CT scans are usually out of reach for most research teams. Ghirardelli and Alrino were lucky. They turned to their colleagues at the University of Sao Paulo, and it was the first time a 3D model has been done of this type of pathology. So I'm going to take more and I'm going to make lines here, going with the curvature of the flower. Okay, so they found that the lesions were not caused by cancer, but of the osteomyelitis. The infection was deep inside and moved out of the bone towards the out. So this is fun times. Maybe we should do a fun story time over Instagram. So obviously the elder dinosaur that had this was in a lot of pain. I can only imagine. Jeez. Due to the gruesome injuries, this poor dinosaur was given the nickname Zombie Dino. The nickname was Zombie Dino. The duo recognized that there's a lot of histological data. Also, another word I meant to look up. I'll leave a definition down below. Okay, on osteomyelitis, even in modern research. So, like, not a whole lot of research has been done, even though it's been kind of this known thing for the game time, seems like. Okay, so the infection, so osteomyelitis is usually caused by severe trauma, like a break in the skin, like bone break, like, you know, I don't want to get into this. Just what happened to this dinosaur. Okay, so like with this severe trauma break in the bone skin, bacteria is able to get into the bone. So where it comes into concern with humans, it's usually concerned during like orthopedic surgery. But we have modern medicine ourselves. We're not roaming the earth without medicine, and we aren't large creatures. Welcome back to Laura Forgot to Pay Attention. I thought we didn't get through the whole lot of this. Okay. They noticed that the lesions were not cancer but osteomyelitis. I'm hoping that you guys get all this. So the infection went from deep into the bone to the outside. So it went from like deep in the bone to the outside of the skin. So it was like you could see it. So before we get started, listen. Story time vlog, mini story time. I'm terrified of wasps, and we were living in Arkansas at the time, and there was a wasp inside my house, and I don't know how it got there, and I was legitimately freaking out, and my husband didn't work too far away, and I was just like, please come home and take care of this, and he's like, Clark, I'm not coming home for a damn wasp. So I had to take care of myself. Anyway, I wish he was home right now. We saw a mouse. Well, I didn't see the mouse. My husband saw the mouse. And it's been kind of bothering me. So, already know, I'm pronouncing this correctly. We've thought about preparing thin tissue samples for those working on it to help prepare, like studying it beyond paleontology, to help the world understand a little bit more. I'm sure it looks fine, right? Okay. We got another player now. So Fiesta Ricardo Blanco, geologist and professor at the paleontologist at Campus State University in Brazil. They thought the microfossils were a set of 10. And then they called in paleontologist Carolina Neskima of São Carlos Federal University. There was a dozen more of 70 in total. So the preserved microorganisms ended up being blood parasites. Alright, I am going to now go in with purple pizzazz. So I'm going to do lines here, and then I'm going to do shading. So these parasites have only been found in amber and fossilized feces. Disgusting, but you know, what God do in life, huh? Alright. The team has yet to figure out what caused the osteomyelitis or the infection that created that they're trying to figure out what caused the ideal like environment for this parasite to take home. Because the fossil that they found, there's no signs of break, bite to the bone that they found. So researchers stumped, so Ghirardelli and Neskin are looking closer to the parasites for answers. So they have the understanding that what they find is like, teamwork with across paleontologists and different specialties, of course, right? Including pathology, histology, and parasitology. They hopes they can find advancement in other areas that lie within medicine. So, even though they're the Ghirardelli and Alrino are trying to find out what caused the parasites in this dinosaur, they're also hoping that their findings can help modern medicine and other areas too, which I think is, what science is all about. So they're trying to find the evolutionary past of the parasite, and it's crucial, and particular to the parasite too. So, and knowing that osteomyelitis has affected prehistoric animals too is crucial. And they want to know how it's changed affecting humans and animals alike. Okay, and that way they can figure out better ways to combat this disease today. So, as you see me thinking, this is why I started this. You guys can see me figure this out. Oh my gosh. Okay. But, alright. Let's finish up this lard, as you guys can watch Lars struggle. So, yeah, science. Interesting, disgusting today, as always. I hope you liked it, today's video and these week's videos. These videos are about whatever I want to talk about and what I find interesting. We might pick up back on the dinosaur videos later. So if you're listening, keep an eye out on my Instagram. I'm going to be making over a doll, slowly but surely. I'm not doll-lifeful by any means, but it's another creative outlet that I have grown to like. So I'm also really slow at it. Well, you won't be seeing YouTube videos with me doing doll makeovers, but I figured we can at least try and do the over, and you can see the awful progress I'm making over on Instagram, step by step when I get a chance to do it. So, if you liked this video, also my Instagram, it's not mentioning it, is lol_Anna_Bell. And I hope you liked today's video. I keep saying that, I'm repeating. And I will see you next week. Bye! Okay. Should be down below. Not down below, but on the screen somewhere. I remember what I did the last time. Please let me know if anyone else is like this. Can you hear that? Someone's brakes aren't healthy. Slowly remembering what I'm doing. It's not very good. Alright, anyway. Oh gosh, I'm hoping this turns out okay. It looks okay.